Welcome to Right Out Loud in conjunction with the Worktown Festival. My name is Jeff Arama and it's great to see you all. We've got a fantastic night coming up, so I hope you enjoy it. It's grim up north, I heard him say. The old man knew. He'd worked in the mines since the beginning of time. Salt of the earth is what my mum said. Where the motorway is cobbled and they still point at aeroplanes, said others. Cheeky buggers. But with a grin, we take it on the chin. I can only hope she was right. She used to spin cotton up every day at some unearthly hour. In winter she'd be lucky to see the light of day. Dark satanic mills, maybe, maybe not, but there's one on every corner of my old Bolton town.
All I want is a world that's fair, to look like Paul Dark with a head full of hair, and the Conservatives to care. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely, lovely? Lots of laughter and no deceit. Farage to never win a parliamentary seat. Feel Mother Earth beneath my feet. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely?
He is the Trafford and Hume camera guy. I like drinking and writing poetry. They do fell running at weekends. She is a manageress. It's a franchise. She works hard for it. She has a beehive hairdo. She's in a Supremes tribute act. Made it to the States last year. They're planning to go back. He took his kids to Euro Disney. They were just the right age. The photo memorials of hardened drinkers no longer with us. The crumbled faces, constellations. We should work more. We should work less. There's always the lottery. She's going to the pictures. She's treating herself. He's putting all his old football shirts on eBay, under duress. He hasn't spoken to him in a couple of years. As far as he's concerned, they inhabit different countries.
One of the places I didn't want to go to when I was in New York was the scene of the carnage a few years ago in September. But things don't always work out that way, so I wrote this poem about the experience. The place I have chosen not to visit comes upon me by accident, finds me glove fumbling as I step from Chinatown, just past 5. Office floodgates discharge bodies into canyon streets, turned human torrent, cascading into subway. I cower beside the tumult, a bin for protection as past they jostle, bagged and booted in sabre-sharp, breathtaking air. The free, the frosty, young and weary beauty banker Janitor Jane, athlete, arthritic, poet, programmer, pianist, mathematician, mother. Global corner dwellers washed up here, one world rising above it all, shining defiant in the dying sun. I raise my camera, spot a plane in the background, seemingly headed toward the tower. A tiny trompe-l'oeil travesty. Photo opportunity. I lower the lens, decline the iniquitous invitation. Later, shivering in the warm cafe, I am devastated by the realization that I have lost a glove at ground zero.
The partying down in Westminster, fiddling with our money, taking care of number 1. It's a land of milk and honey. Fine dining on expenses, whining on at cost, profiting from poverty. Their gain is our loss, 'cause ends don't meet on Poor Street. Debts keep piling higher. Families queue at food banks. Hard drugs breed like fire, and they're stamping down on millions, giving assets away, sacrificing tomorrow bleeding dry today.
I love it here in Bolton because it's such a friendly place. As a matter of fact, Scott always says, and Gordon always says, and Jeff Ram always says, no, I'm not bothered what you're doing, just do it.
Leaving Bolton, give me a B! Yay! Thanks. Because of the Aston Villa point before, I just wanted to point out, in case anybody didn't hear the football results today, that Aston Villa beat West Ham 1-0. David Cameron was absolutely gutted for a bit, and then he was secretly delighted. Like Gordon Zola, I also come from the little village of Salford. I believe we've got a few Salfordians in tonight. Yay. Hello, security. Can we raise the terrorist alert from amber to red? Sorry, I have to do that when there's 5 of us in the same room, yeah. But no, Salford is a bit of a rough place because walking down the street just this afternoon, there's a bunch of scallies on the street corner, I'm not kidding you, there's effing this, effing that. They weren't swearing, they were just comparing GCSE results.
Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! That's me mum. She's yelling and sweating and steam billowing, and she's bellowing, and it's hissing and groaning boiler, and the bloody water that goes gloop, gloop. And we bring her gifts. Threadbare nighties and homemade knickers and bibbies with rubber buttons and interlock vests and long white socks and screwed up garters we sewed to Saturday evening playhouse. Backwards and forwards, that blasted agitator, it goes push and it goes pull and it goes push and pull, it rotates and it steams till wet runs down the painted walls, her face, her thighs, it builds blisters, segs on the palms of her hands, and "Ta-ra, man," we shout. And our baby brother, he waves and he shouts, but my mum don't speak. She just waves off the washing tongs with her teeth clenched, like Marianne, like Boudica.
Bus shelter. I have become a shrine. A crinoline of flowers carpets my floor. The smell of lilies mixes with dog pee. She visits at night alone. Grief has strangled her cry. Sometimes she glances at a rain-washed card, touches a few bouquets. Ghost-like, she circles round my shelter, hunches in a corner, or leans against the plastic ledge. The lights from the bus slip like a petticoat over her before she steps back into darkness. Then she sees a taxi. Was this the one? She waves at the unsmiling driver, opens the door and gets in, with nowhere left to go.
Places I've been and the wonders I've seen, oh, the list is as long as my tail. But as large as I am, I don't fit on a tram, so I gallop from Salford to Sale. It's said on the tram city centaur, that's me, that it's meaning, of course. For seen from the front I'm human, but seen from the rear I'm a horse. For I'm a centaur from Manchester way. I drink lots of beer and I eat lots of hay. I may be a man at my neckline, but from the waist down I'm an equine. I went out for a curry, 'twas somewhere in Bury. I'd taken Vindaloo in my stride, but at such like events I don't fit in the gents, so I made for the wasteland outside. My poppadoms having been finished, I started to browse on the gorse. For seen from the front I'm a human, but seen from the rear I'm a horse. For I'm a centaur from Manchester way. I drink lots of beer and I eat lots of hay. I may be a man at my neckline, but from the waist down I'm an equine. I once caught in a maid, a spot welder by trade. She was fair as a carrot in bloom. and the blue of her eye matched the blue northern sky, and I loved her from April till June. On the wedding night after the marriage, She ran off and filed for divorce. Was seen from the front, but seen underneath I'm a horse. For I'm a centaur from Manchester way. I drink lots of beer and I eat lots of hay. I may be a man and my neck fine, but from the waist down I'm equine.
This is my place. This is my space, she cried, trying to hold back and trying to hide the tears. The fear of uncertainty about the future. It's not a cattle shed. It's not just a place to rest my head. This is my sanctuary. My security, familiarity, my community, all I know. All my hopes and aspirations have lived here. To be passed on to generations yet to be. Can't you see this is my home? Love lives here with me. Death has been here and left me memories. Precious memories. Memories wrapped within the walls. Now they could be trapped within the halls of Westminster. These are irreplaceable memories. I won't leave behind simply because I'm being fined for having too much space.
Something to ask you. You, and you. And I know that none of you have a clue of what I'm going to say to you. It's just about your view of me. I could really like to see what you see when you look at me. You see my body, my face. I cannot observe. Oh, you see my face in ways I cannot observe unless I stand by a mirror. But even that's my reflection in reverse. Pretentious, acting unnaturally. It's not me. Not as you see me. My recorded voice is not me. It's someone else's with a terrible voice. It's not me. Please tell me it's not me. And videos, they're not me. It's me playing me. You, on the other hand, see me in action. Animated, liberated, and full frontal. Do I really look like that? Do I really sound so flat? Do I look okay? Because that's not for me to say. You may never see the hidden me, behind closed doors, uninhibited me. No one sees the hidden me, not you and not me.
I dug in my new pond, so it was ready for the spring. When the frog spawn showed, I emptied my old pond, punctured and stagnant, bucket by bucket, decanting the hidden life into its new home. This morning, I found a hedgehog floating in my new pond. How pleased I was to have a hedgehog in the garden. I lifted it with a spade and laid it gently, as if expecting it to spring to life. How perfectly formed, legs stretched stiff, its prickles glistening. The flies took minutes to arrive. Today, the sun is shining, it's a perfect day. I light a fire, and on it, I place the hedgehog. No autopsy, no blame, no guilt, no did he jump or was he pushed, no health and safety inquiry, no negligence, no entrapment. Up you go, little smoke. Up you go. Thank you.
And on behalf of everybody concerned with Right Out Loud, thanks for coming down. Thanks for Chris and Trudy for hosting the great host here.
Yeah.